How's it going, everybody? This is Rob of Novakast, back with some more of topic stuff for you guys. And with this one, we're going to be talking about one of the most infamous and, at this point, irrelevant, trying to gain that sort of notoriety again, radical feminist, Anita Sarkeesian. Now, as some people have probably heard, especially with what was going on with Naughty Dog as well as The Last of Us Part 2, is that Anita Sarkeesian supposedly had some interaction involving the development for Last of Us Part 2. Which case, I know some of the reactions for, any involvement with Anita Sarkeesian. Now, to be fair, that would be kind of an over-exaggeration, but more likely what Anita Sarkeesian probably thinks a lot of gamers feel about, or at least would react to her getting involved with, the gaming companies. But, to be fair, with all things considered, with her trying to bash the gaming community and claim that any gamer that plays video games as sexist tools, you could see where people think. In fact, it doesn't help the situation when, after the backlash, after people giving their thoughts and opinions about what's going on with The Last of Us, what does Anita Sarkeesian do? Well, she goes ahead and tries to bash the gaming community once again, claiming that people are just too held on to their whole supposed ideologies involving sexism and different tropes in video games. Yeah, like that's the actual truth of the matter. Maybe perhaps, with certain things involving, what happens to certain characters that they kind of fell in love with in the story of the game. Maybe perhaps they feel, I wouldn't say offended, but betrayed Anita. Maybe perhaps instead of looking at it in your point of view, looking at it as, or at least at the very least, looking at other people's point of views instead of your own biased one. Now, I want to say that this is just a quick reaction, and I'm probably going to be late talking about this, since I have a certain upload schedule for my videos. I do plan on doing a follow-up on some of the tweets that she's been posting involving the whole Naughty Dog thing, but I want to point something out. Let's be fair here, Anita. And I know you're never going to watch these videos, but you made your career on video games, okay? You made your career on basically bashing the gaming community, as well as, and to be fair here, you wouldn't have the sort of status that you have now without video games. Do you understand that? And it's, in a sense, when it comes to you attacking the gaming community, attacking people who have, at this point, have fallen in love with the story for Naughty Dog's Last of Us, you're kind of biting the hand that feeds you. And, I'm sorry, didn't you, at one point, claim Ellie to be a good character? Or am I mistaken on that? Somebody correct me if I'm wrong, but it's interesting that you're kind of being a hypocrite in that sense, but whatever. Look, I want to give a final point because I don't want to make this video too long, and like I said, I may do a follow-up when I read some of Anita's tweets, and as I said before, due to my upload schedule, because I do a variety of videos each day, this may be a little bit late. It probably already is as I'm recording this. You want to bash the gaming community, Anita. You want to claim that it's only a boys' club. when that's clearly not true. You want to claim that it's only men that are against you, which that's not true, because it's been men and women that have been against you. You want to claim that, no offense to anybody who believes in feminism, you want to claim that feminism is for equal rights, when you clearly make it out like men are the villains, in which case you put men as the villain and women as the heroes. So basically you're not for equality, you're for one group being over the other. You want to attack people, the consumers, even though the consumers, video games is what got you where you're at today. Sure, you got where you're at in a very scummy, and let's be fair here, when it came to your quote-unquote video series, and this is just opinion, so don't get too offended. In a sense, a con artist type of way, with you taking money from people from a video series that you never even finished. You seriously want to play victim against the people that you yourself have attacked and victimized. I'm sorry, but you cannot play victim when you have attacked other people. That's not how it works. Sure, it may work, that it may be how it works in your head, but you can't play victim when you go off and attack others. Now, last words of Last of Us Part 2. Because we talked about it briefly with the podcast, and kind of rambled off on other topics, and kind of made jokes. When it comes down to it, I am more likely going to buy the game. And as I play the game, I'm going to judge it accordingly. I grew to be a fan of that franchise. I like Ellie as a character in that game. I like Joel. Both of them come a very long way, story-wise, character-wise. And it shows with the ordeals that they go through, the trials and tribulations. Now, when it comes to this new character that pops up, Abby. Hopefully, because I don't care what their gender is, I don't care what they go by, as long as they are a good character story-wise, I really don't care. All I ask, especially since I'm a consumer, like many other people, and more likely for a lot of other people, they play the game because they enjoy the story, they enjoy the characters. I'm not going to play a game, and this is for Anita, and I know she's probably not going to watch this video, she's just going to assume that I'm being sexist, whatever. I'm not going to play the game solely because the character is trans. I'm going to play the game for if the character is entertaining, and introduces the character respectfully, if that makes any sense, and gives me a reason to be motivated by her intentions, or their intentions. I'm sorry for misgendering the character, but hopefully you guys understand what I'm getting at. The bottom line, and I know I'm kind of dragging it on, and this is added to my final point. I'm a gamer, or a story-based gamer. I enjoy a game with a good story. As well as, the characters involved. If you fuck that up, myself and many others will not be motivated to play it. And in case you didn't realize it, Anita Sarkeesian, more likely, that is the reason why people are pissed. Because, especially with the leaks that have been brought up, the fact that without, to some context, characters that they've grown to love in the story are going to be killed off in a certain fashion, That's why people are mad. It's not because the character's trans. It's not because they're sexist. It's because the story that they've grown to love may be trashed in a horrible way. So hopefully you can understand that and stop treating gamers, well, I know you're not going to, but stop treating gamers as if they're sexist pigs. It's not just men that are offended by what the leak showed, but also women. Gamers together. And unfortunately, if you can't understand that, that's your own fault. Not ours, yours. And maybe at this point, since you constantly want to bash gamers, look yourself in the mirror and see who the real monster is. Hello everyone, thank you for stopping by to check out this video. If you guys can, please leave a like, comment, share, subscribe, all that good stuff, as well as follow us on social media. Links are in the description. Check out gaming content from MJ, Aden, and Magi, as well as our daily content on the YouTube channel. Follow us on our podcast, which is 6 p.m. Pacific time on Sundays. From everybody of Novakast, thank you guys for watching, and we will see you in the next video.